What's up, everybody? Back out night 2 down here at Arrowhead. Saturday night. Beautiful night tonight. Way warmer. No wind right now, anyways. No wind at all. A lot better shape for tonight. No rain today. The water truck's been down a couple times. They've been putting water down. So hopefully we'll have a real good surface tonight to race. Come to find out in the feature last night, Brian hit the tractor tire out in the middle. Hit the spindle up. I don't think it messed with the tie rods or anything. Just bent the spindle. We got that replaced this morning. That's one of the reasons why I pushed real bad. That lap he lost all those positions. So hopefully got that fixed. I don't think he's changed. The only thing he lowered his droop chain in the front, I believe. Try to get the left front down a little bit more. Maybe get some more grip on the left front to get it to turn a little better. Hopefully that'll help him out a little bit. I don't know. I think the track, it'd probably be different. Definitely be different conditions tonight because it's been, I'm assuming, going to be drier. Obviously, you can put water to it and it'd be all right. But it seems like I don't know that we've ever raced. I have never been around racing on black dirt like this, and I don't know that they have. Will or Brian have either, but it's very strange. It doesn't cake. I don't know if you can, that's all that's coming out of his inner fender. Like there's nothing like under any of the cars. Normally when we're at Lucas or Midway or anywhere else, you come back in, you beat, and there'll be big old huge chunks of clay come out. It's not sticky like that. Most of my cameras didn't have very little mud on them. Something also unusual. I noticed that after his feature, I think none of the cameras had any mud on them, which is very unusual. But Will's out tonight. I don't know if you guys remember Grayson McKinney. He just pulled in that big white trailer right over there. Got him a stock car this year. He's raced with, I think we've raced with him up at Springfield a couple times, driving a pure stock. But big crowd tonight. B-mods and pure stocks tonight are the other two classes. $5 grand again to win tonight. Brian ended up 8th and Will ended up 15th, I believe. So hopefully we'll have a better night tonight. They already drew, Will drew a 14 and Brian drew a 23. It's pretty good. Probably put him second, maybe third row of a heat. Hopefully we can pass some guys and make up some passing points. Walk into the A. As far as I know, we haven't had drivers at any yet, but I'm assuming same format. It's two completely different shows. No like preliminary race last night or anything like that. So should be heats, straight up passing points, B features, and last chance winning your in race. Hopefully we don't have to worry about either one of those two. We can just lock straight in.
There's a 1-spin rule in the heat races. If you spin by yourself, you are going to the pits. 2 unassisted rule for the features. Again, any race that gets excessive, we have the option to end the race.
Got back from driver's meeting. Same order of events as last night. Seemed like thought cars are out first. Hot laps. Let me check. Lineups aren't up, but it's looking like 8 heats, 4 B features, A main, and last chance race. So the same as last night. Setting some tire pressures here. It's a beautiful night tonight, way better than it was last night. The sun's nice and warm. Even the air temperature's not very cool. And there's not very little wind. So hopefully have a good night of racing tonight. I think we've actually down a few cars. It was 150 total last night. Last time I checked, it was only like 138 or something tonight. A few less stock cars too. So I'm sure there's a few guys that got tore up last night that probably won't be back tonight. So, but gonna be another tough night. I have a feeling. A lot of guys were here just as early as we was. We got here, I think, probably a little afternoon maybe. There was already guys out, had all their cars out working and changing stuff. So I expect tonight will probably be a little tougher, maybe a little tighter racing, maybe, I guess you could say. This track's only been out a year or two, I think, and I think this might be fresh dirt. I don't know if they had this dirt last year, so I think there's a lot of guys, obviously like us, that haven't been here. There's guys from all over the country. So last night I think was a lot of practice as well as racing, but seeing, you know, oh, this didn't work, let's try this. This didn't work, let's try this. So I think there's a lot of guys that'll change a lot of stuff, trying to get better tonight. And I think probably several guys that hit that nail on the head. So hopefully we're one of those guys. Didn't really change a whole lot, just a limiting chain. But we were pretty good last night. Brian liked it. It's just kind of hard. The corners are pretty tight. Long straightaways, you're carrying a lot of speed. And trying to get it to rotate. He's a bottom feeder. Trying to get it to rotate in the middle. And just snap it either really tight and wanted to push up the track. If we tried to loosen it up too much, it seemed like they tried to overdrive it and it snapped loose. So fine line to work here. But I think the guys are ready. Get suited up, and we'll be out for hall laps pretty soon. Well, I spoke too soon. They watered the crap out of it. It is muddy, bad muddy. They even let the first group of hot laps they let go out and run like, I don't know, 10 or 15 laps probably. But it's kind of only half gassing it because it's so wet. Well, then they let them go to the infield, ran another round or two of hot laps, and let those guys go back out again so they could at least have a decent track. It'll be awful wet. Brian starts second row inside. Will's first row outside of his heat. So hopefully we can both. Heats don't look too rough as far as names go. So hopefully they'll get a good start and just pass a few guys and take home the win. Brian, third to first, is probably guaranteed a lock into A. Second to first, probably. Derek Brown started on the pole his heat last night and led every lap and won it, and still had to run a B. So you can't be too sure. With it as wet as it is, it might be a little more passy tonight than it was last night. Last night was a really good, taggy, good racetrack, and it's kind of followed the leader for the most part. But hopefully we can both pass some guys here. Win the heat. Go ahead and lock into the main. Don't have to worry about the views of the last chance. good start to the night. Looks really good there. Just a hammer down track right now. A lot wetter than it was last night. It's just set her in and let her eat. Had that left front. Pretty much everybody that had their car set up good was carrying the left front pretty much the whole way around. Will won too. Ran around second behind the guy quite a while. And, finally, I think with just like two laps to go, had a lane on the inside, stuck it in there and barely got the guys inside and passed him down the backstretch. Good night. That'll probably be third to first for Brian and a second to first for Will. That should put him in the A main. I hope, unless there's a bunch of other passing that goes on. But we'll take that. That's good. Good start to the evening. Not sure. Second to first, probably be Brian. Brian will be ahead. Should be ahead of, and however the points end up. Brian will start in front of Will. Probably just maybe a couple spots, maybe. But he got a little hung up there, right there on the start. Barely dodged that guy. Not even peeled that up. Tore out the. Get down here. Just stripped out these little bolts here, but they can hook that back up. I don't know if they'll do it or just zip tie it for tonight, but looked pretty good. Now we got another set around late game. We got Grayson's here in the pure stock. He'll probably go out here in a minute. We'll probably go watch him. That'll be rest of heats, B's, last chance. We're not the last class out for tonight for features. It goes B mods, stock cars, and then pure stocks. It'll be a while. I doubt he'll change anything. Will change the gear after hot laps. It was I think a little doggy. He wasn't getting up in the highest RPMs as he wanted. It looked pretty good there, so I figure I'll probably grind some tires and put some fuel in and be ready to go. Well, here we go. Rolling out. He starts, let me double check, let's see. He starts 5th, right?
I think so.
Third row inside,
yeah.
And Will's 8th. So not too bad. It's a hammer down track. They didn't really rework it, just graded the top, I think, with just a little bit. But it's hammered down, has been all night. Hopefully everything goes smooth. It's been kind of the whole weekend seems like today especially has been kind of a demolition derby almost. So we talked about it, even if something happens when we get back in the pack, it's 500 to start. So if it's not looking like we're gonna pay back the 10th, I think. So if something happens and we're headed to the back, we just kind of agreed, just go ahead and pull off, we'll load up, take our money and run. Ended up being a real good night. It's beautiful, no wind, just a little chilly. But we're gonna send them off. Last night opening weekend. See if we can park one of these at least on the podium. a little early into the night. I'm gonna choose probably not to include it, but right in front of car in front of Brian, had a pretty bad crash. I'm not gonna go into detail about it. I'm sure you can probably find pictures and stuff on Facebook and wherever if you want to really look it up. But I will say he climbed out, got in a stretcher, and got in the ambulance. So I'll go that far, but that's about as far as I'm gonna go. And between that and the first one, it was right in front of Brian. But he chose to just call tonight, and I pulled in. I'm not sure where that'll put us, but $500 for starting, it'll be all right. Will stayed out. I think he ended up 7th, I believe. So not too bad night, not too bad of a weekend. Especially the first time ever being here, being competitive, being up there. We'll take that definitely. But I think next race will probably be Lucas in beginning of April sometime, 2nd or 3rd week, it seems like maybe. I don't know anything between now and then, but yeah, not too bad of a weekend. I think he got 650 last night. I think should get 600 tonight. Will got 600 last night, and maybe 650 tonight. I don't know what. Can't remember what Brian got last night. He got 650 for whatever place it was. Brian probably not too far from that. But we're gonna load stuff up. He did get a little booger right here in the front, and a little bit in the quarter. For blowing up. He about hit the guy, but not too bad. We're gonna load up. Long 3.5 hour drive home. Gonna try to make it tonight. I kind of thought about getting a hotel and staying tonight and going home tomorrow, but we're all just tired and ready to be home. So we're gonna get stuff packed up and heading back to Lebanon. We'll see you guys at the track.